Howdy, 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 howdy.
Welcome to the Liquidity event. We're your hosts, AJ.
And I'm Shane.
Happy Wednesday, Shane. I mean, happy Friday, listeners.
Yes. Must not confuse listeners.
Yes.
They don't. Everyone
Indeed.
Listens to this podcast on the same day. It's a
Yes.
requirement. Friday.
That's true. That is
January 12th. We're recording on January 12th, 2022. Happy 2022. I don't know if we did that last time. What's the cutoff for Happy New Year again? What does Larry David say?
Oh, it's when Michela, our team member, says when you start writing the right date is when the cutoff is.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
I like that. That's
I
pragmatic.
like that. It's great. I love evidence-based platitudes.
Yeah.
Anyways, what are you reading this week, Mr. Shane?
You and I have talked about how the only good audiobooks are definitely not business books because like you need the graphs and the charts and like there's so many paragraphs and so many themes that build off of each other. So I have committed to only listening to biographies and memoirs via audiobook, and I'm listening to Ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Me, which is only 3 hours long via audiobook, so it's really short, but it's just like packed with emotion, man, and I've cried a couple times. It's really rad. Have you read it? I feel like you've read it.
I have read it. Also, you stole that idea from me because I started off the year by reading. I'm listening to The Power Broker, the Robert Moses biography, which is not 3 hours on audiobook. It's actually 65 hours. And I'm 3 hours and 42 minutes in right now.
An ambitious scholarly effort by you. I give you 3 more weeks of that.
Yeah, I think I'll make it. I think I'll do like 10 hours, which is about how far I got the first time I tried to read the book. I got it from the library the first time, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my entire life, which is, let me try to read this, 2,600 page book in 2 weeks.
For our non-New York listeners, Robert Moses was the dude in the 50s and 60s that had almost unchecked power to design New York City and put in a bunch of highways and try to make New York City a car city, for better or for worse.
A playground for the rich in the suburbs to destroy the lives of the underlings.
White
so
flight.
It's all about,
Yeah.
Nightmare.
But
Anyways.
a rad book, I hear. It's a rite
Great
of
book.
passage for the New York literary scene. Oh. I see your label maker still has not arrived.
My label maker is still not here. Oh, it's the wrong board. Anyways, what are you drinking?
You and I are both drinking natural wine.
You're drinking natural wine?
I'm on the natural wine.
Well, I'm rubbing
team.
off on you. What are you drinking?
There it is. I don't know. I got it from some cute place in Topanga Canyon because I'm in LA.
Cheers.
Your hometown. Hey, cheers.
Cheers to
Do
you.
the sound. Come on.
Hold on.
Oh my God. We've been doing this for almost a year now. Hey.
Happy 25th episode.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
This episode, yeah. I don't have a joke.
Cool. What are you doing for fun?
I'm playing digital board games and I'm playing Gloomhaven tonight. The business partner. That's not you.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Do you play it on your, how do you, like digital meaning, like on your phone or like on a bigger screen?
It's on Steam and I'm traveling, so I don't have a good computer. So it's going to be really choppy. It's going to be really ugly.
All right.
Because I'm not a real gamer anymore.
Updated on how that goes.
It'll be fine.
Okay. Amazing. Should we talk about some IPOs this week?
Hell yeah. Let's do it. We got a real soft one this week.
Get a nice soft landing. Who filed this week?
We've got I don't even know what's the ticker on it? It's the MattressFirm.
MattressFirm.
Which is just a shitty pun, right? MattressFirm. Like they're a firm that sells mattresses, but the mattresses are a firm.
It's a super shitty firm.
That's as good as they could do.
Yeah. That's the vibe.
I do like mattress commercials. They are pretty good. You remember the one where like the guy falls asleep instantly on the mattress and the customer's like, how do you guys do it? And then it does a cutaway to them chugging coffee straight from the barrel. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so MattressFirm, the joke, or there's like those like fake conspiracy theory like floating around the internet like 10 years ago that MattressFirm was like a money laundering operation because there's so many mattress firms.
Yeah.
How many stores do they have?
Have you ever been to a mattress firm?
Yes, I'm a MattressFirm customer.
Whoa.
Actually. I had a fantastic experience with my Mattress Firm situation. Their customer service is truly extraordinary. It's like a mixture of like online, easy filling out. They follow up with a phone call, hand delivered, like truly, truly fantastic customer experience at Mattress Firm. And this was like at the grungy Mattress Firm on Manhattan Avenue in Greenpoint in 2012, maybe. Excellent experience.
Wow. Well, this was pre Mattress in a Box.
True.
Purple and Casper and all the other imitators.
Right, and Casper's IPO has not done well. That stock has not performed well. And here we have Mattress Firm, a firm, an established company. Mattress Firm was founded in 1986, older than both of us.
Battle of the Firms. Wow, come on. Don't release my information over the podcast, please. Trying to maintain a modicum of privacy. I can't walk around LA without getting bombarded harassed by accounting heads, by tax heads.
Oh my God. They have 8,600 employees. Profitable. They had almost more than $4 billion in profits.
Now that's a good old born in the 80s firm.
Yeah.
Now we're cooking. A little bit of profit, never hurt an IPO.
A little bit of establishment. And I mean, this is a big retail footprint here, as the analysts like to say. That's a lot of stores. They have 2,353 retail stores. That's a lot of retail stores.
That is a lot of retail stores. I have a question for you. Where on the rung of the social ladder is a used car salesman versus a new mattress salesman or woman?
I mean, I don't know. I would say a mattress salesman, because you're inside, you're probably a rung above.
There's air conditioning full time.
Air conditioning. You can you're not sweating through your suit. You can have, access to coffee. Like someone's coming in, they probably want to buy a mattress. They're going to walk out of there. Yeah, I would say you've kind of made it a little bit more if you're a mattress salesman.
Got ya. Okay, cool. Good to know.
So they're
coaching my nephew through. He might not go to college, so we're coming up with some
alternative. Awesome. So yeah, it's 47 stores per state if they were to be equally distributed across the 50 states.
Good Lord.
The United States of America. A lot of stores.
That's a footprint.
My favorite. So they just filed their S1. We don't have a date yet for the listing. But as we know in the S1, companies like to write really silly things about themselves. Mm-hmm. So Mattress Firm goes, we question whether America got up on the wrong side of the bed or the wrong bed altogether.
Oh, yes. Keep it coming.
I am plowing all my money into this IPO because that is a great opening sentence to your opening letter. Health, wellness, and longevity are rooted in fitness and nutrition, but all start with the right mattress. So basically when companies fail to go public, they're basically trying to convince investors that they're going to save the world and fix most problems. So mattress company here to solve, health in general. All starts with the right mattress. There's a mattress right outside my window right now if anyone needs one, actually.
Yeah. Whoever's selling that one is an outdoor mattress salesman. Bottom of the ladder.
Bottom of the rung in the social.
Yeah. So Goldman is underwriter. I always like to look at the underwriters because I like that Goldman has to attach their brand to brands such as Mattress Firm. It's do you think that the analysts working the Mattress Firm deal are excited about this one, or is this just another one for their resume that they've got to? Because they do about 150 per year. So
this is a strong. I mean, yeah, we talk a lot about tech IPOs because most of our clients work in tech. They're finding Brooklyn FI because they're looking for a young firm with tax expertise. We're the Mattress Firm clients, right? I don't have any. Do you have any Mattress Firm clients? I don't have any Mattress Firm clients.
No, unfortunately not. But maybe we'll change the game.
New niche.
Niche.
Soft and cuddly IPOs. Retail
Mattress
only.
Firm salesmen that are going through a liquidity event.
Speaking of mattresses, Justworks pulled out of its
God.
IPO this week.
Wow, good one. Good one.
They're not enjoying the soft market for tech stocks.
Wow.
We've seen some correction, a bit of a correction the past couple weeks. There's an
Was
index
that a double
tracks.
entendre, the soft?
I don't know. Is your Mattress Firm? Is your IPO soft? I don't know.
Wow. Raunchy one this week.
Yeah, so there's an index tracks all new public companies that fell 10% this month. So essentially, they got spooked, right? So the reason for pulling out of their IPO
Okay.
was cited as due to market conditions. So
Mhm.
basically, Justworks is like, let me dip a toe in this pool. Like, nah, still a little too cold for me. Let's wait for that heater to come on. So they don't like the temperature of the market. They don't like the temperature of the swimming pool. So they're gonna wait it out. Doesn't mean it's off, right? They're probably just gonna chill out for a few weeks and see what happens.
Well, there are occasional dips in the market overall, right? That can occur. I think the most recent dip has largely been blamed on the Federal Reserve pulling back the punch bowl, so to speak, from pushing money into the markets to hold them up, keep interest rates low. But with inflation, the Fed has stopped pumping money into the markets, which means that there's less liquidity, less cash floating around, which is going to hurt stocks. So I think that the overall market has dipped due to those other conditions. And mattress, you don't want to enter the market while everyone's in a downturn because you're setting your price at once. It's not like you've been around a while, so you don't want to set your price higher than incorrectly. I guess it's choppy right now. You don't want to go sailing for the first time while it's choppy. Hey,
Sure.
I slipped in a sailing joke, sailing
Sure.
reference.
Yeah. You also don't want to sleep on those hot IPOs.
Okay. Let's get into headlines.
All right.
We got a cool one here in general market update and investing. This should be in the tech section, but fuck it. We've got the best of CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. Hell yeah. It's a light one to start on. This has nothing to do with IPOs. It's just fun to check out new tech that's practical,
tech.
innovative, or just plain crazy.
It's just plain fun.
Yeah. So I got this great quote from the Wall Street Journal who wrote up an article. Though typically the journal tends to take a hard look at the viability of products before we share them with our readers, this is the 1 week a year when we suspend disbelief and absorb these inventions for what they are. Glimpses of various future paths, some that will be well trodden, others that will be hidden in time's bramble.
Did Tolkien write that sentence?
Who
The
wrote
fuck is
this?
going on?
We're talking about new
Talking about
toys.
dumbass gadgets that people are gonna get their fathers for Christmas for the next 15 years.
Yeah, if they make it out. So my favorite, since I used to be a gamer, and I still think that I am, but I haven't been in a long time, is
You're
this
gamer adjacent.
gamer. I'm washed up. It used to be cool. Is a Razer who makes your keyboard. Don't you have like an RGB keyboard? They make
An
gaming
RGB
hardware.
mouse. I think I gave my RGB keyboard to Will because it was driving me crazy because it was too bright.
Yeah, well, I tried. Mama tried. And they're making a full body haptic. If anyone that's familiar with One Player, Ready Player One, where they have haptic suits. Haptic just means that like it can touch you and make you hot or cold, and like it puts you in an immersive environment. So they have supposedly 2,000 sensors or haptic sensors in this chair to make it feel like you're really in NASCAR, in a NASCAR race, or like flying, or Lord knows what. So
yeah, this is like this is literally Ready Player One brought to life.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you got?
Mine is also related to temperature control. There's a device called a Pebble Feel, which is a VR thing that you strap onto your back, and apparently it adjusts the temperature based on where you are in the metaverse. If you're in a rainstorm, it'll probably blow cool air on you. But you can also just use it for like personal temperature control, which interests me more because if you live in New York City on the 3rd floor or above, you know that you don't have any control over your heater, and the boiler in the basement just blasts the heat up to all the floors. So it gets pretty hot in your New York City apartment. So I would like this. That's my first place. Second place is a fucking stealth beamer. So BMW has this car that has this special paint on it that goes from like black to white and shades of gray. The article described it as being like the screen of a Kindle. How like that is very reactive, but you can have a whole car coated in paint that reacts with the touch of a button. So that's dope. I
saw that on Instagram, which freaked me out because you can change the color of your car mid police chase.
Right. I mean, again, science fiction come to life. My current favorite sci-fi show on TV right now is The Expanse, and stealth tech and hiding ships from radar is like a big plot line. So I loved this. Loved it.
Got it. Cool. We also are we going to talk about the Mattress Firm twice?
Yeah, of course. I firmly believe in this IPO, so I'd like to talk about it twice.
So this is an article specifically about the conspiracy.
Yeah, so this
Historic.
is a public radio article from what, 2006 or 2018. So this is like acknowledging that there was a real conspiracy where people were like, there's so many Mattress Firm stores, how can they possibly be making money? This has to be a front for laundering money from the mob or drug lords.
That is the thought that every American has when they see an empty business. It's been empty for 10 years, but it's still open.
Mm-hmm.
That must be a drug front.
Yes, and it usually is.
Based on,
you know,
everyone loves a good conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
especially one that has no negative outcomes, such as the microchips in vaccines, right? Like that. Caught you off guard. Yet again.
You always have to like throw one of those in every episode.
I like to throw a red pill down your throat every once in a while without you seeing it coming. Yeah. So this article is just talking about, I didn't really get what was going on here. I just loved this one quote that said, after the chain bought Sleepy's in 2015, everything went downhill.
Once you go sleepy, you never go back.
We got too many mattresses. Okay,
What's
let's keep
the
moving.
deal with mattresses?
KFC is launching a plant-based fried chicken. This is the future of fast food. The future of meat is not meat. It is Beyond Meat is one of the companies that is filling in here. They made a deal. Beyond Meat, are they public yet? They still private?
Definitely public.
Yeah, definitely public.
BYOND. Yeah.
Yeah, they struck a deal with KFC to fulfill orders for meat-free Nuggs. Nuggets. So for those of you that don't know, 60% of all greenhouse gases are related to cultivating meat in order to feed humans' desire for meat. So the only one way that you can give back and reduce your carbon footprint is to go to KFC, is my takeaway from this article.
That's your takeaway.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you though.
Yes.
Have you had Nuggs and you GGS the brand of fake
California
meat
Nuggs
nuggets?
or
No, it's a brand. It's a highly stylized, I'm gonna call it hipster brand of fake meat that is so good. I've been obsessed with them since the summer. They have like regular Nuggs and spicy Nuggs. They're a little expensive. They're like $7 for a pack of them, frozen. Throw them in your toaster oven. So good.
I have not had these. Should I throw them in the Amazon cart?
Definitely. Well, they're frozen, but yeah, throw them in there.
I got.
Okay. Speaking of carbon footprint,
I spent like $50 on Beyond Meat. That's in my freezer. Arrived this morning.
Great.
Wait, don't even at me with the carbon footprint. All right. What do we have next? We got tech stocks tumble, extending last week's losses. All right, we have a market update, an actual general financial. We already talked about this.
Update?
Yeah.
Update me. What's going on with the markets?
Everyone loves when we talk S&P 500.
Yeah, they fell.
Stocks went down.
They went down.
They're back up.
But in a bright spot for investors, an afternoon rebound erased losses in technology stocks and pushed the Nasdaq Composite to a small gain.
Surprise! Stocks go up.
They went back up. Yeah, I don't mean to make light of this, but...
Well, it's specifically, tech stocks have been hit hardest. I mean, when it's boom and bust for tech stocks, I mean, they're growth stocks. Typically, when we're in a growth cycle, we plunge, we put a bunch of money into stocks that have the highest growth potential. And in downturns, we tend to flock towards value stocks, ones that are profitable, such as MattressFirm, that might not have the same amount of high-flying future stakes like Square and Snowflake and Datadog and a bunch of companies that depend on there being a rich market for new business growth and for, cheap capital from the Fed, et cetera. So what our clients specifically are mostly in tech stocks, and they have seen a recent dip in their net worth overall, which we track on a daily basis.
Yeah, I mean, it's been
prices
we talk about this roller coaster of being concentrated, with equity compensation. You go through your liquidity event, everything's awesome. We're doing financial projections and tax projections based on a certain price. And then that company goes public and then that price starts to fluctuate. And what we've kind of seen over the past couple of years, obviously every company is different, but when we have these fantastic performing IPOs, such as Snowflake had a very early fantastic performance, Asana had like a slow burn and an amazing rise, and now a spectacular fall, that is devastating to watch your net worth triple or be reduced by a third, every every week. So we are feeling this correction here at Brooklyn FI in the tech space for sure. It ain't pretty.
Well, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. I don't know.
You always, that's like, I need a soundboard for that.
Moving on, in celebrities and billionaires, this is only relevant to Elon Musk. We can't go a week without mentioning Elon. There's an article.
That's his brand, is that he's in your face and you want to talk about him.
Nah, I think if it bleeds, it leads. And people, it's just, we got to have an Elon article this week is every editor's update.
I'm drunker than I thought because I looked at this bottle of wine and I thought it said Grossan, which is my birth last name, but it says
it's your maiden
Grosjean.
name.
My maiden name. I hate the word maiden, so I didn't want to say maiden name.
You are a maiden. That's your maiden name.
That's my maiden name.
How do you feel about that?
Grosjean, not Grossan.
Grosjean. All right. Is that all we're saying about the Elon?
That's all I have to say about. Oh, you had something to say about Elon? Sorry, I was more interested in.
No, yeah, I'll just run through this. This is one of my favorite like actual projects. He's got a bunch of cool projects. And he has Starlink as a hopeful nomad. I like Starlink a lot because it's a little satellite you can throw in your car, pointed at the space sky. Maybe I'm drunk too. And you get like over 100 megabits of download speed, so you get high-speed internet no matter where you go on Earth. Is the idea? And there is a sub brand of SpaceX called Starlink. What SpaceX is frequently launching into the sky with those Falcon 9 rockets are dozens of little satellites. And I think they've got over 2,000 little satellites in space already. And the idea is to put a little web around the whole Earth and get 10,000 of them up there. And then we will have high-speed internet in every nook and cranny of the internet of the world. So like Namibia will have high-speed internet at the top of Mount Everest will, because all you got to do is point up and you're covered.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's cool. $99 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, it's active right now. I had active Starlink up in Rhode Island when I was up there because I needed it. But they don't work in most cities because they don't need them in most cities. So as they like fill in the puzzle piece of Earth, it's mostly in remote areas that have traditionally not had. There's a cool article about this Native American tribe up in Washington that has not had internet, which is kind of necessary now to be upwardly mobile in a lot of incidences.
Yep.
So
yep.
It's cool.
Banking applications for federal aid, a lot of that's online. So if you don't have access to the internet, you're out of luck.
Yeah. Yeah, moving on. Elon's trying to help people. We have Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather being sued for cryptocurrency promotions. Yeah, I can't talk about. All I have to say is on this one is how much closer to snake oil salesman can you get than promoting Ethereum Max on your Instagram account as Floyd Mayweather? Like, what? Do you think Floyd understands what Ethereum is?
No, I mean, this is like the modern snake oil salesman is an Instagram ad that is not tagged ad because you're Kim Kardashian, you're Floyd Mayweather, you have millions of followers, your CMO, tens of millions. As these folks do, they are global brands, even though it's an individual. Someone said, "Hey Kim, you want to do this for I don't know what $50 million?" And she said, "Sure." Or she probably didn't even know, right? She probably had no knowledge of this transaction. Then it got promoted on her Instagram. Turns out it was pretty scammy, and there's potentially some indication that they sold at an opportune moment. So they are being sued for their involvement in the promotion of this shitty cryptocurrency. This reminds me of when the supermodels flew down to that island and were like promoting Firefest, where it was like, this is going to be amazing. And they got paid a bunch of money, and then they were associated with Firefest.
Love Firefest. Why is Firefest so successfully mocked? Because it's like the worst people on Earth got involved? Or it's mostly rich people getting fucked?
Rich people getting fucked, and that we got to experience it unfold live on social media. I will never forget that day. I remember
it was FOMO.
seeing...
At first it was FOMO, and then it was, fuck... This is
at first it was like,
mess.
I want to see
Blink-182.
Yeah, I want to see Blink-182 from my villa for sure. And then it was, oh my God, I'll never forget the first tweet with like the styrofoam thing with the bread and a piece of cheese.
Like one slice of cheese.
That's so good.
The best part of the documentary is where the one dude mentions that he's willing to take it for the team to make Firefest work, and taking it for the team means sucking like some
Oh yeah.
going
Sucking
down on
off
another dude, the
Yeah,
security
yeah.
guard.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy. I'm sure that guy landed on his feet. In that documentary, he shows you what he's willing
That
to do.
guy's got a great mattress.
He's a
from
company
MattressFirm.
man. Speaking of company men, shout out to Coinbase's article about what it takes to work at Coinbase. I bet he could get a job there based on that documentary piece. We have clients at Coinbase. We love a great company. Has had a successful IPO. At first, it's had its ups and downs over the past few months. What do you have to say about this coin? I mean, this article is literally from their blog. It's about what it takes to work at Coinbase, and they're pretty unapologetic about the fact that they are not a family. They are a leadership. They see themselves as a winning team. The difference between team and family, in their minds, in everyone's minds, is that you can't choose your family. I mean, you can choose your team.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
other words, your family, despite performance, can be axed, or they can't be axed. Yeah, which I'm sure
you're
everyone
stuck with
listening to
them.
this resonates with them.
Just to be clear, we love our families, but
Yeah.
like everyone, we struggle with them. Right. So their culture guide is, you got to be on the team. You got to pull your weight. If you're not pulling your weight, probably not a great fit. And if you want to succeed here, you have to work really hard and excel. Right. So they're unapologetically saying hard work is rewarded here and you will do well. I found Coinbase's core values had a lot of overlap with Brooklyn FI's core values. Transparency, commitment to process, creativity, constant pursuit of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
All great core values.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but one of their core values essentially says, "We will fire you."
Yeah.
We plan on firing you at some point, which is not one of our core
To
values.
be clear, that is not one of our core values.
Yeah.
Overlap, not imitation.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cutthroat.
I mean-
It feels very Wall Street, very Gordon Gekko-y for a cryptocurrency company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, including changing out team members when needed. Yep, exactly. We're setting that expectation. If the intense, but this article was so that's the Coinbase came out and said these are our core values. This is what it's like to work here. But there's a change that was coming, that the work was so intense and demanding that now there is part of their culture is that they are
The whole
implementing
point of the article.
balanced. They have deliberate recharge time. So I think it's a week per quarter is actually the company's going to shut down and say, all right, everyone works really hard. This championship team is running like a well-oiled machine. People might be a little burnt out, so let's give everyone a week off.
Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah.
See how it works out for them.
See how that goes
Yeah.
during their busiest times when people are writing into support to say, hey, my wallet got hacked and where's my 100K? We'll see how that goes while the company's shut down.
Yeah, well, the idea is that their hardworking team will get 1 week off per quarter because they don't work 9 to 5. During those quarters, they probably work 8 to 10 or whatever. But do you really think the whole company is going to shut? Like, who is on the team? It's the equity holders, not the support team in the Philippines or India that handles your "I lost my password," which is, it is what it is. They might work 9 to 5. I don't know. What do we have left? We've got one nice one to end on. Top 10 criminal cases. The IRS has their criminal investigative team, the CI team. They carry guns. Most of us will never interact with them. I almost worked for them. Not really, but it would have been cool. I'd thought about it.
Yeah, this
Anyway.
is my no-brainer of the week is to follow IRS Criminal Investigation on Twitter. That's my no-brainer.
Yeah. Anyway, they released their top 10 criminal cases of 2021, and we've got our top 2 favorites. My personal favorite is the San Fernando Valley family, who were sentenced to between 10 months and 17 years in jail for obtaining tens of millions of dollars in COVID relief funds. So PPP loans and economic injury disaster loans. Yeah. Screw them. I think it's my favorite because earlier a client today was like, we were slow during 2020. Like, why are you raising my fee? I was like, I guess you forgot the $1 million I got you in 2020 for free.
Right.
And you did not go to jail for 27 years for fraud.
No, because you got a legitimate PPP loan that saved and sustained your business, and now you're doing well. That's a PPP success story.
Oy vey.
Oy vey.
What's your favorite?
My favorite scam is an ex-pastor of Orange County Church sentenced to 14 years in federal prison for orchestrating a $33 million con that defrauded investors. This was a pastor of the Church of the Health Self. I'll say that 5 times fast. Church of the
Health.
Self.
Health.
Yeah, basically, I don't really understand what he did. He had live seminars where he made false claims and it lured investors to invest in church entities. So I guess if you invest in the church, is that a charitable
My favorite.
contribution?
Capitalism, separation
Capitalism
of
and
church and
Jesus.
state. Snake oil salesman never went to church.
You gotta love it. Well, that's a great note to end on. Thank you for listening to the Liquidity event. It's been real.
It's been real. Number
I'm gonna
25.
go-
Count
I'm
them.
gonna go sleep
Swish.
on my firm mattress now.
Just a reminder, AJ, this is not a family. We're not related. So when it comes time to exercise one of our core values, I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. This has been the Liquidity Event. You can email us at liquidityevent@brooklynfi.com. You can find the show notes at brooklynfi.com/episode 25. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you next week.